Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Geeked Out Show. I'm your host, Brandon Billingsley.
And I'm Nate Campbell.
And this week we're reviewing Sucker Punch, Zack Snyder's latest film. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already actually, maybe not a lot of you guys have seen it because it didn't rake in a lot of money, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about it. It's Zack Snyder's fantasy female ass-kicking movie starring Emily Browning, Jenna Maloney, I'm not really sure, Jamie Chung, and the all-important Vanessa Hudgens, of course. But the basics of the story: this girl, Emily Browning, saves her sister from her abusive stepfather, except kills her in the process, and then gets traumatized, sent to a mental institution.
Well, I wouldn't even really call it traumatized. Like, her stepfather got pissed and just sent her to a mental institution.
She's like suffering from a lot of guilt from...
yeah, I guess.
Which I didn't get at the beginning, but we'll get into that. Anyway, she gets into this mental institution, and to deal with this whole thing, she recesses into an imaginary world where the mental institution is now a burlesque gangster place.
Yeah.
And and she's got to find five things. It's five, right?
Five.
Five things to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, this is a film, Nate, that has everything.
Yeah.
Got hot girls.
Yep.
Got some action.
Yep.
Got Zack Snyder.
Got Zack
who
Snyder.
did 300,
Mm-hmm.
which is most famous. Well, I think he's most famous for 300.
Yeah.
He also did Watchmen.
Watchmen.
What'd you think?
I was told that as to best describe this film as Inception meets a burlesque show, but it's a total tease. A tease.
Explain.
It's PG-13, so you don't have.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't have the cursing. You don't have the huge amounts of blood.
Okay.
You don't have the skin that you would like to see in an awesome Sucker Punch movie like this. And Inception part because it's like a dream within a dream within a dream. No, there's only two. Only two dreams. Or imaginations, or however you want to call it.
There's a couple different layers, but it's nothing too crazy.
Nothing too complex, but I found the plot to be quite lacking. Don't go for the plot. Go for the action. Phenomenal action.
Go for the action. Stay for the... I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you paid.
Because you paid. Just stay. I liked it.
Okay.
A lot of people didn't, but I found, people going into something like, 300 didn't have that great of a plot.
Yeah, well, I felt it was a little compelling.
Yeah, 300 was better.
I felt it was compelling, but, I'm with you. I liked it. I didn't think it was totally horrible. I was told beforehand, oh, this movie sucks. The music's great. The sound design's great.
Awesome.
But whenever they start talking, it's a horrible movie. And, I actually enjoyed it a little bit more than that. I do definitely feel like Zack Snyder, this was one of those, and I know it's been said before, but it's definitely an indulgent film where Zack Snyder just kind of was like, he had the reins, and nobody, it was sort of like a Lucas moment with episodes 1, 2, and 3. Nobody told him no. No, this isn't going to work. So he just did it. And he co-wrote the screenplay.
He co-wrote it, yep.
I forget who. I'll put it up. But the characters. The problem I had the most with was the characters. Like, I could not connect with the characters.
No.
And for this should be a film that both of us should have loved.
Yeah.
And we should have been fucking jaw dropped. And we saw it in IMAX, which was beautiful. But we should have been jaw dropped and excited and tense and emotionally thrown around. But I wasn't. Were you?
No.
I mean, I was kind of
a lot of the actresses
disappointed.
had.
I was a little. My heartstring was a little tugged when that one. I won't give it away. But the one when the girl died.
Yeah.
No, the very beginning I thought was trite. Absolutely trite.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fucking stepdad's gonna rape her, and she's gonna try and kill him.
Yeah.
And that's how she gets to the mental institution. Whatever. Oh, speaking of the intro, I totally didn't get that she accidentally shot her sister. I thought she went to go shoot her stepdad and missed and hit the light bulb.
Yeah.
but that her sister was already dead because the stepfather already killed her.
Yeah, that's what it
But
was.
that's what I thought. But I was
that
reading.
is what I thought. She came too
I was-
late.
yeah,
and
she
she
came
found
too
her
late,
on
right.
the floor and.
But I was reading around the internet, and apparently, it's actually she shot her sister on accident because she missed.
Oh, she missed.
Yeah.
Like, grazed
But I
him
didn't.
and-
Yeah, I didn't get that. And there's a lot of like that little stuff where it's like, I don't get what. There's a lot of that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, for example, let me
are
posit
they in the
something to you.
dream? Are they in the second dream? The war
The
scene?
burlesque? Oh,
The war scene?
Okay.
Are her friends in the war scene, or is she
Yeah,
just
like the
imagining?
cooperative.
Yeah.
The cooperative. So the whole thing is like they got to find these 5 things. To find these 5 things, whenever Emily Browning's character dances, nobody else pays attention to anything but her dancing. And so to get these 5 things, she dances, and then her cohorts, Jenna Maloney and Abby Cornish and Jamie Chung and Vanessa Hudgens, do their little bit parts and grab these things from the guys that are distracted. Now, you're right.
During that, it cutscenes into those
During that,
action
it
scenes.
cutscenes into these beautiful, beautiful, awesome action set pieces, which are just I love them.
Zombie Nazis,
Zombie steampunk Nazis,
zombie steampunk Nazis, dragons,
dragons and orcs, and
orcs,
sci-fi
yeah.
robots,
sci-fi robots,
high-speed,
and even
futuristic training.
a giant stone.
Oh yeah,
samurai.
giant stone samurais. Okay, so I mean, do they all cooperate in that same world? Because all four or five of them are in that imaginary world. So it's really weird. That's not really explained, and it doesn't really seem to have any meaning. The other thing that I had a problem with is fighting a dragon. What does that have to do with getting fire? Other than the fact that dragons breathe fire, and the lighter that they're getting
has a dragon
on it. I didn't understand that. Like, what is the analog between this world and that world?
Well, the bomb and the knife.
What?
The bomb.
Yeah.
During the last scene.
Uh-huh.
Was the knife.
Right, but what does that have to do with anything?
It doesn't. It's just that's where Zack Snyder comes in and goes, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so it's like
this is not the plot you're looking for.
Why is it a futuristic robot train on crash course to destroy a city with a bomb in it? Why is that a knife? I don't understand.
I could understand the fire and the dragon.
And what's the analog between the two?
I could understand. What was the first one?
Well, no. I mean, like, how did we get from dancing to dragon? Like, that's what I don't get. Because I mean, you're here and you're here.
Yeah.
And here's great, and here's kind of weird, but all that in between is totally skipped over.
Yeah.
And
you're not supposed to.
You know, the more I thought about it after we watched the film,
well, that's the point.
The more I felt betrayed. I was like, man. Oh, I really like those action pieces.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why they were there.
I
felt like it should have been like a bunch, like 3 or 4 like series of shorts maybe, like the trailer perhaps. Okay. So after we watched this, I went home and I watched the trailer a couple times. I was like, man, I really enjoyed that trailer. I really liked the fact that they used Silver Sun pickup song in that trailer. It was like the perfect like bam, 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 bam action and momentum. But I never actually heard that song in the movie, and I was disappointed.
Other songs were great.
Yeah, you know what? When I was thinking right off the beginning, you get this really cool remix of Sweet Dreams.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was like, oh man, this is like Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge maybe meets something crazy.
Something action.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Moulin Rouge meets Zack Snyder. But I mean, that's why I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be a really cool action musical. And I hate musicals, other than Moulin Rouge. I like Moulin Rouge. I won't lie. Don't look at me like that. And I was like, this is gonna be a really cool like video game futuristic punk, styled musical, and it wasn't. And the songs that they did do were great. I loved them, and I'll probably end up buying the soundtrack. But it didn't.
I thought it fit.
Yeah, no, it fit. It's just like that was the only thing that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Other than the action. But like the story, the characters, that didn't connect with
the characters had like 2 emotions. And it was like scared and like shooting.
Yeah,
like,
the cast. I feel like the cast was definitely weren't good like action actresses.
Yeah.
but I feel like that was more Zack Snyder's fault for not giving them the right direction.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, I really wish it could have been so much better. So Zack Snyder is going to be directing the next Superman movie.
Okay.
What do you think is going to happen?
Well, it's going to be better than the last Superman movie. I can tell you that. For
Bryan
sure.
Singer's
Yeah.
Superman movie.
Oof.
Yeah, you can only
I
go up
need-
from there. But with what we saw
Well,
in Sucker Punch,
uh-huh.
how do you feel?
A lot of stop or slow time, bullet time.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of bullet time. Guaranteed, the one shot is a bullet going and just like bouncing off of Superman's chest.
Well,
and
you've
it
got
just
to
goes-
have that in a Superman
Yeah,
movie.
that's gonna happen,
Oh,
guaranteed.
quick. Let's rewind for a second here. So in one of the last battle scenes, they're fighting robots. I started actually laughing because some editor or Zack Snyder went fucking time ramp happy because it's the whole like. It's ridiculous. Just
It happened like 6 or 7
oh, it
times.
happened like
within,
12 or 15 times. It was in like a span of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. But no, sorry, back to Superman. I think, so I've been hearing a couple of things. One is that because Zack Snyder, this Sucker Punch movie was so
Bad.
ill-received
Yes.
that the studios are going to put a fucking editor on him
Oh yeah.
to like watch him and sort of and help mold the Superman movie into something better. It's, I think visually, because of what we saw in Sucker Punch, I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Visually.
Visually, it's
Now,
gonna be awesome.
We have yet to
Soundtrack's
see
probably gonna be awesome.
about the story,
the story. Yeah.
but he's got a lot of back material, base material to work with. So,
All-Star Superman would be cool.
no man, that was so boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was so
I like
boring.
that idea. Isn't it supposed to be like how Superman became Superman?
Maybe, I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyways, that pretty much sums it up. I'd wait till Blu-ray and then buy
Blu-ray.
it on sale.
Wait till
For
Blu-ray.
like $15.
But-
That's what I would do.
Or,
I wouldn't
Or
like,
Redbox
stream
and
it.
Blu-ray.
Yeah, I wouldn't stream it or anything. I would definitely like Blu-ray this.
Yeah, it's Blu-ray high def.
Yeah, beautiful graphics. And speaking of beautiful graphics, next week we're going to be covering Crisis 2. You've already finished it. I'm
Finished
almost
it.
done. Hopefully we can put our nano suits on and battle out a review. All right, until next time, have a good night.